Welcome back to another episode of Mant Time. You're here with, of course, Big Will, and you're here with the Balas, Alex, Joe, and Minnie. They'll introduce themselves soon. But of course, before we begin every episode, I just want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land where I'm sort of recording this episode on, dark and young country of the Central Coast, New South Wales. And then, of course, acknowledge the traditional owners of where the boys are sitting there today in Townsville, Bindle, and Walgarook country. And also, wherever you guys are listening to this podcast or viewing this podcast, acknowledge the traditional owners and elders from where you're listening from. But with all that being said, today we're going to be yarning about stress. We're going to have another trivia game, but as well as we're just going to maybe have a bit of yarns in between that. But thank you for viewing, and then let's get into it. Anyways, hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Good to have Minnie here with us today.
Yeah, we got Bala Mini joining us finally. No, gammon. But just to give you a bit of a thing too, us four boys here, we're sort of like that. I guess we're not getting paid for it, but we're basically the Mud Business staffing team. We're doing a bit of the work behind the scenes more so. We're doing a lot of merchandise stuff as well as doing this podcast, and just sort of looking at other opportunities that we can help to build and expand the brand, and try to maintain the growth, because we are growing. Not too bad for a small business as well, might I add. But one thing that we haven't done, because the last two episodes it was Alex and I, and then Joe joined us last week. But we didn't actually introduce ourselves, and I guess we've identified that maybe you listeners or viewers might not know who you guys are listening to. So I guess we're going to go around the circle. Whoever wants to start, maybe just introduce yourself, your name, who your mob, where you were born, and then maybe where you work as well, and go from there. But who wants to start there, boys?
Yeah, guys, and I'll go first. Well, everyone listening, my name's Alex Friday. On my father's side, I'm a Rugby LNG and Auckland man from Cape York. And on my mother's side, I come from the Waka Waka and Gubbi Gubbi tribe. I currently do work in community service as a cultural mentor for an organisation called Great Motive. Been doing cultural mentoring, managing programs for a while now, working with the youth, trying to keep them out of trouble, and something I love, so I love giving back to the kids. Just moved back to Townsville, living life, loving it. And that's a bit about myself. Got a lot of connection in Cherbourg and over Palm Island. My grandparents were taken over to Palm in the stolen generation, and my grandmother was born in the dormitories in Cherbourg. So got mob in Cherbourg, mob over Palm, mob all the way up and down the Queensland coast. So yeah, that's who I am.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Alex.
How you going? Yeah. I'm Joe. Here. My mob from Nawagi. That's my mum's side, and my dad's side, he's from Murray Island. They both have a bit of South Sea in them as well, so mixed. I've been working at Tars Lighthouse for like 7 years now, so I've been doing youth work. Just trying to make a difference in young people's lives. Try to get them on the right road. Just loving it, good to do, good feeling helping, your mob. And that's me.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe.
I'm Kyron, also known as Minnie. I'm from Townsville. I've lived all around the world. I was very fortunate to live overseas for a bit of my life. Grew up in Townsville, lived up in Cairns as well with Alex and stuff like that. I work for Road Tech with civil construction. So, just trying to make the roads better around Queensland. Yeah.
The most important job.
Problem is we don't do any of the roads around town. We just do all the out of town stuff on the highways.
Highways, nice. Yeah. All right.
That's me.
Thank you, Kyron. Thank you, Minnie. Hey guys, my name is Will Rubin. Born and raised in Townsville. Been to Walgarook country, but my mob, on my mum's side, my mum's from Darwin. Her traditional land is Daly River, though. It's about 2.5 hours south of Darwin. Her great grandmother was taken from Daly River to Darwin during Stolen Generation era. So we've only recently found out that we're from Daly River in the last 20 years or so. My mum's dad's from Darnley Island, Torres Straits. And then my dad's side, his mob is Garang people of sort of central Queensland, Bundaberg, Gladstone, sort of around that area. And then I also have connections to Torres Strait Islander mob on that side, as well as I've only recently found out that there might be some South Sea connections as well for myself through my dad's side. But what I do for work, I'm a facilitator for this program called Young Mob, which falls under the organisation of World Vision Australia. So doing that out here in the Hunter Valley of New South Wales, been doing that. It was only just a year that's passed here on the 16th of May, so I've been doing it for a year now. But I guess before that, I was in Townsville, doing a lot of youth work since 2019 with Lighthouse at the Lighthouse with Joe there for a bit. But yeah, like I said as well, currently living in Gosford, Central Coast, New South Wales. And yeah, been here for about 18 months now. Moved down here January last year, and it's been a bit of a journey. But yeah, of course, I don't want to ramble on too much because we've got a lot to talk about. But yeah, that's us in a nutshell. And like I said, us four boys, we're basically the team behind the scenes. Posting stuff up on the Insta page. We do post a lot up on the Facebook page as well, the invite only private group. But as well as we do this podcast. So whenever there is a podcast episode, it's usually going to be us four. Maybe one of us might be absent, but then we'll usually get a guest to fill in. And yeah, basically that's all of us. Any other things, guys, you want to yarn about, or any questions? No, that's right. All right, so we'll go into our topic of the day. So today we're talking about stress. Yeah. So last week we yarned about mental health. Minnie wasn't here though, but so before we actually do go into stress, Minnie, I might get you to yarn about maybe your personal experience with mental health, and then as well as in terms of that personal experience, how did you come out of it? But as well as how do you stay on top of it, and try, of course, what's the word I'm looking for? How do you stay on top of it and stop yourself from slipping back under the line?
Yeah, so I think I've definitely been depressed before. I went through quite a long period of time where I lost a lot of friends. One of those being one of my best friends. That was a pretty dark time in my life. It's a bit hard too, coming from a broken family as well. My dad was never around really, and mum was always working. So, but I am very thankful, also. But yeah, I come from when my best mate died. It was pretty hard, eh? I didn't really speak to anybody about it. I just used used it as an excuse as well to do a lot of the things that I was doing. Never really spoke to anybody about how I was feeling. But I was in a pretty deep dark hole. But it was very hard. It was very hard. Even to this day, talking about what we went through. It's pretty hard. But the only thing I can be thankful for of it is the memories that I've got with him. We grew up and he was just a rundown anyway. It was a good fella. It was the best. But the way I got through it really was just figuring out that I can speak to people. Not knowing that I didn't have to do it all by myself. Because that's the in that mind frame, you think you're by yourself. You really do. You think that you're all alone and that there's nobody else that can help you. The hole that you're in, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. But luckily, just one day I just decided to talk to someone. I've been to therapy several times now. Talking to someone that doesn't know the situation as well. It's hard to talk to people that know the situation because everybody's got their own views of it. At least if you speak to someone that doesn't know the situation, you can get a whole completely different perspective of it. Yeah, just I think the best thing that was for me was to speak to someone. Stop using it as an excuse to get through life. Using the deep dark hole as an excuse to be who I was and the things that I did. And I'm not proud of a lot of things I did, but can't change that. But I, I'm better for it. And the way I continue to keep above the mental health is I've got a son now, so that's my greatest accomplishment. And he's my motivation for everything. Any dark day is just a day. It doesn't have to. You just think about the good things that you got going on in your life, and I've got plenty. I've got friends, I've got family, I've got my son now. I've got I've also got a therapist if I want to go speak. There's no shame in going to speak to therapists at all. It's hard. It's very hard because being a man, you feel like you can't go speak to someone. Being a man, you feel like all that burden has to sit on your shoulders, and that we're bigger than the problem when we're not. We're not bigger than the problem, and the problem can overcome us. And speaking to someone is helped me a lot. And I'll continue to speak to someone until till I die, I think. So yeah, but no, that's how I overcame it, and that's how I continue to still overcome feeling like that.
Yeah, nice. Thanks for sharing, Minnie. In terms of there, like you said, you remind yourself of the good things that life does offer us.
Yeah.
And that's something that could lead into our stress yarns, but something that us here down here, like Deb and I, sometimes we stress about bills, being away from our parents and families and everything. But something that I remind myself of as good ways we have electricity, we have running water, we have food in the fridge. There's not really much we can stress about around financial. But yeah, like you said, sorry, just remind yourself that you have a son now, you have family and friends. Like stress was sort of like the at the forefront of your life, maybe a big thing that you were stressing about, whether it's recently or something that happened in the past, and yeah, sort of how did you deal with it? And then one of the questions is how do you stay on top of it? But that's something we can yarn about after we all tell our stories, so we all can yarn about it together. But yeah, Minnie, take it away.
One of the first things was leaving school. I got stressed out leaving school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do life. All I knew was school. I don't know anything about tax. I don't know anything about paying rent. You know what I mean? That's stressful. That's stressful as anything, I think. But one of the big
sorry,
things,
brother. Good ways. When did you leave school? You left school quite early, hey?
2011. I graduated grade 12, I think.
Jeez. All right. Yeah.
Oh, day.
I started high school.
Oh, fuck.
Well, yeah, sorry. Continue, Minnie.
Just just leaving school was quite stressful. But one of the things that really stressed me out was finding out I was having a kid, man. Like, not that I wasn't financially stable or anything, but that's very expensive. Is having a kid, buying all that pre-start stuff, like, you know, the cots and stuff like that, you know, trying to think, oh, I've got to put in these extra hours at work to try and, like, you know, to stay on top of all the bills and stuff like that. So I was, you know, my roster's usually 10 and 4 when I'm working away, and you know, doing 12-hour days, 10 and 4, and then, you know, they'd offer up the, you know, to work on the Friday and the Saturday, and then you'd only have the Sunday and Monday off, and I was taking it every chance I got, and so I was only having a 2-day break, you know, 4-day break every month, you know, and that's when I started to stress out, and just mental fatigue and just work fatigue and just the fatigue in general, you know. It's a bit, you know, burnt out, bro. But in my mind, I just had to get everything sorted for my son that was arriving, you know. And, you know, he's just turned 1, which is, you know, pretty cool. But yeah, the stress of like bills and stuff is just, it doesn't compare to anything. I don't think, like, it can ruin you. It can, like, you start to think about all the things that you got to pay, and like, oh shit, I gotta find money here, I gotta find money there. But once you get on top of it, you know, you can stay on top of it, and just, you know, one thing I noticed is you've just got to sacrifice, you know, the little things. Like, I'm partial to having a gamble, love having a gamble, but you know, you got to sacrifice that sometimes, and you got to sacrifice, you know, the dinners and the drinks with friends, and you know, but you know, that's a bit like becoming an adult. That's becoming a father or a mother, or you know, the times, just, you got to sacrifice time. But yeah, no, definitely work and money is a big stressful situation for myself.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, Minnie, for sharing. Brother Zoe.
What Minnie was saying, definitely work and around money, and just like, because I do shift work, I stress a lot, like, especially with the crime that's going on in Townsville at the moment. See, like, I start work 5 o'clock in the afternoons, and then I'm there till like 12 or 11:30 at night, and my wife and my boys at home. So, like, you know, I stress thinking, you know, I hope they're safe and all that stuff at home, you know, with everything that's happening. And, you know, I stress a lot, like, even at work. Like, sometimes I get like overly, just from thinking about that a lot. And because we work weekends, we work straight through, I got to have that one day off, you know, just to recharge, because my mind's just going. And then, like Min was saying, financially too, like, man, stress, like, about bills and just buying food at the shops, bro. Like, you go to buy stuff for dinner, that job comes up to like $70-$80, like, and then, you know, you go to a big shop, $300, you look in the trolley, like, nothing in there.
Yeah. Just all your protein.
Just junk food, chocolate, ice cream. But yeah, no, that's mainly one of my biggest stress, just being at work, and then just thinking about if my boy and my wife are safe at home. Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty much. And then that's pretty much it.
Yep. Brother Alex.
Me, I think, pretty much the same as his boys. Just that financial stress is a big one for me. Sometimes I go a little bit silly. Friends that know me and family that know me know that I'm a sneakerhead. Sometimes I just buy shoes when I don't need shoes. So, I think financial stress is my one. You know, that thought of just living pay to pay, and, you know, this day and age, everything's expensive. Fuel's expensive. Subscriptions, as you were saying, Disney Plus, Netflix, YouTube.
Spotify.
Oh yeah, those ones.
Everything, you know.
OF. Like, yeah.
But
Tinder Premium.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that financial stress is the main one for me, and just moving back to Townsville. Like, I'm currently living now with my dad. You know, nothing's wrong living at home with dad because he's getting old, and nothing's wrong with that. But I just need my own space. You know, that stress of trying to find a house to live in, and there's like, you go and inspect a house. There's like 10 or 12 other people there inspecting that same house with you, and that's only for that specific date and time. You don't know what it's like on the other days. But just that stress there now, and work can be stressful, especially with the work that me, you, and Jay do. working with the youth.
Mm.
Youth can be mentally tiring. So just making sure that having time away from that as well, coming to work stressed out, making sure everything's up to date, stressing out about young kids. When you see the chopper flying around in Townsville, oh, fuck. That's not one of my kids jumping in one of them cars or going to do a home visit.
If police
up in a watch house.
If police have kids sort of set up like at a skate park or something, and they grilling them, you're like, oh, I wonder who those kids are sitting there.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're safe. Yeah,
but that's mainly the main stress with me. Just financial and trying to find my own place and a little bit of work stress. But everyone stresses at work, That's why we've got holidays and sick leave and that to use them,
Yeah, we got all the benefits.
The way I deal with stress too, when you're talking about touching on stress, I just like to go to the gym. If I'm not at the gym, I'm either going for a walk along the Strand or wherever it be. Music. Those that know me knew I grew up writing songs and writing little poems and making rap music. So music's a big part of my identity. That's who I am. I love music. Other than that, just kicking back with the boys. You boys in there having a yarn on Fortnite or whatever we're doing. That's how I deal with stress. But mainly the gym, man. Gym's the main one for me. I just go in and just take all that anger and stress out on weights. Just throw the ton around.
But going back to music, wasn't your nickname Rick Ross?
Yo.
French Montana. Yeah.
You got plenty nicknames.
Really?
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, you get fucking DJ Khaled there now. I'll come down today. When I was working in Cairns for the On Country program in Cairns, we come down into the joint camp with Great Motor V now where I'm currently working. And we took them young fellas up at Crystal Creek, camping up there. Anyway, we took them to Paradise Hole. They took them for a swim. And at that time, my beard was puffy, and I've always got the clean fades and everything.
Yep.
One of the little young fellas, hey, uncle, you look like DJ Khaled. In your hole.
Another one. Yeah. Another one.
Then that cousin there, Dubsy, fucking got this one photo where at a mate's wedding and I'm there smoking that cigar and just holding it. What that cousin Dubsy do? Fucking props and DJ Khaled on top of me or something like that. Propped them together, merged as one. He's fucking in his hole.
He's good.
Started.
But these two never touched on how they deal with stress.
Yeah. Well, go back to Minnie. That's what we was waiting for. Like,
I thought we were talking about doing it. No, yeah.
I think how you deal with it. Sorry, brother. How you deal with it, and then we'll yarn together about how we stay on top of it. I guess Alex touched on that as well by going gym. But yeah, continue there, Minnie. Sorry.
No, the way I deal with it is just I go for a walk along the Strand with these boys sometimes, and if not, I'm watching some highlights of boxing or something like that. I love my boxing. Also, just chill out and play a game or watch a movie or. A big thing for me is if I'm stressing out, talk to my son. Get on FaceTime because he's currently not living here at the moment. But I get on the FaceTime and speak to my son, and that's how I deal with my stress.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice.
How I deal with my stress, I like I said, I go to the gym with these boys. Go fishing, love fishing. Take my son Kawhi. We go down to the Jazeem Barracks there on the grass bed, and we just kick the footy around, go running around. But mainly just spending time like spend time with boy a lot, like just do heaps of stuff with him, like just go kingpin or just spend the day with him, like just refreshes you.
Takes your mind off everything,
Just takes like the bills and stuff. Like you spend time with your boy and then just wipes that away for a bit, and then and you just deal with it. Go gym, fishing. Yeah.
When you're saying about fishing, when I used to work out on a boat, Minnie used to work with me too out on a boat. When you used to go scuba diving, we used to dive for 40 minutes. Once you're on the surface, you're thinking about all of that stress in the world on top. And then once you go down underneath that water, if you've ever been scuba diving, that's the best place I find to deal with stress. Because you're just underneath the water and you just it's a whole new world. Everything that's happening on top of the water, on the surface, it's all gone out the window, eh? And I think there has been studies into scuba diving saying that it is good for your mental health and stress. But if you haven't done scuba diving, give it a try, because once you're underneath that water, you just forget about everything. All the outside noise from on top is just gone.
There's nothing like it, eh?
No,
There's
it's the
nothing
best.
like that. It's a completely different world under there. It's sick.
Down there diving for 40 minutes, you don't even care about what's going on.
You completely forget about what you were thinking about before you went down. It's the most head clearing thing in the world, I think.
Yeah.
If I was there thinking of it, hey, sharp.
True, God. Well, I think that's
They're cool, man. Like you see them cruising around, they're pretty cool, like
Bruce.
you gotta
I
look
think
out
that's
for
what
the
what do you call it? The power of nature as well. Like, you know, a lot of people talk about going out, connecting to country. Like you're down there, you're away from civilization basically. But then you look down there, like, well, yeah, I've never been scuba diving, but I can only imagine. But
Hey, look down.
yeah, like I'm there with you. No, but like you're down there, and they have their own little ecosystem, and you see how things sort of work. You know, different fishes or different places. Different things have their part to play. You know, to make sure everything works. You know, it's all connected in a way. But yeah, I guess.
Down there,
Yeah.
you come across little sea creatures that you can tell that they're fucking stressing out underneath the water because the way they do something. Tell me how he was level. What are you doing here? Nah, but yeah, different world underneath. They got their problems, and we got our problems.
Jeez.
Hey, really?
All right then. Well, yeah, I guess myself. It's the same thing. It's a bit of financial stress, but there's sometimes you have your important bills like your electricity, your car, your grocery bill, rent, of course is a big one. But I don't stress. I have a bit of debt there as well, sort of paying off some debt. But for me, is like I don't really stress about the debt as much as I would stress about the main bills that I need to pay for. So, like for instance, if there's a time there where if the money's a bit short, and maybe I have to choose between going out and maybe paying off a debt this week or saving it I'll probably go out. Because like I said before, I remind myself of of course the stress of paying for bills and everything. But my thing is like, well, no, that could get paid next week, but I'm going to have a bit of fun, because the bills at home, like I said, I have electricity. I'm able to get on the game with you boys. I'm able to watch YouTube. Like, I love my cooking videos. If I'm able to watch my cooking videos on YouTube Premium with no ads, that's what's stress free for me. That's why I pay for YouTube Premium, guys, because I don't want ads. Ads stress me out. All right. That's another way you bet. Yeah. But that's all first world problems, of course. But they're like financial stress. One of the things about stress is around work as well, working with young people. Not necessarily because I work with a different set of kids as to what I used to work with Joe in Townsville. The kids that I work with are quite a bit more engaged. They're school kids, so there's nothing much to stress about. However, the only thing that is that I do stress about, and the boys can attest to this as well, is just just sort of around the boundaries of working with young people, around sort of like the reporting and child safety, and sort of like you never be with a kid by yourself, all these different rules that are that are common sense. Those are things that you stress about at work because you don't want to ever be, of course, caught with a kid by yourself, and something may be something may be bloody what is called that you claim to have done something or something like that. Like it's quite a you're walking on eggshells in some ways working with young people. But the way to stay on top of that, of course, is always do your job properly. I don't do many case notes, but I used to do case notes where you got to make sure that thing is factual and it actually happened. Otherwise, it could be thing. But that's around work. Family stresses me out. Sorry if you guys are listening, all my family, but sometimes your family fights. Sometimes your families argue, and then usually there's people that pick sides. But like for me myself, I tend to stay out of it. I love contacting my family. Have group chats. I call them every once in a while. But if they start to get in the conversation of maybe the dramas that are happening, I just sort of tell them, nah, look, I don't want to hear that, because, that's not, I'm not part of that situation, so I'm going to stay outside of this. So next time I see the family member that there might be arguing against, it's still all love. I'm able to just go up to that auntie or uncle or cousin and just be like, hey, look, how you doing? How's the family? How's this and that? But yeah, in terms of how I deal with all that stress, I guess, I think, like I said with mental health last week, not necessarily isolation, but silence. Just being able to sit in silence. Like usually when I come home, I turn the TV on, like YouTube, or play games straight away. But sometimes I'd come home and I'd just sit in silence. The phone would be away, and I'd just sort of sit down, sort of practice a bit of mindfulness about what I have around me. Have a roof over my head. Have a partner that loves me. All these things are things that I remind myself of, that I don't need to stress about a lot of things. I don't have kids myself, but, I think of, my nieces and nephews back in Townsville. Just think about all the good ways, the kids that I do work with. You do form a bit of a bond with some of the kids you work with, where, like just for instance, I was going to leave the job that I'm in at the moment. I had another job lined up. But the one thing that made me stay was, the opportunity to be able to grow with the kids that I've worked with now, and then trying, because I work with year 7s and 8s now. So being able to still stick with them until they leave high school and maybe play a role in trying to figure out what they want to do. I want to be part of that journey. But yeah, it's all a, stress is something that'll always pop up, especially there. Like Joe's mentioned it, there's a crisis happening with, the price of living. Groceries are a lot more expensive than what they used to be. And good ways, like if you're a smoker as well, smoking is, smoke packets are now like $50 minimum. They're like Alex said, the rental crisis, like Deb and I were looking at a bigger place down here, but you rock up to an inspection. There's other couples, there's full families there. There's even just, like single fellas or single women looking at places. But that's the thing too, like you miss out on it because you can only go so far with the rent, but then you have mob rocking up to inspection. I'll pay 2 months in advance right away.
Yeah.
So, there's a crisis happening in Australia that, of course, needs to be addressed. Of course, that's politics. So I don't want to go into it too much. But, all of that, all that stress, I guess what I say to Joe and Alex and you two, that stress, it's universal in Australia. Because, there's a lot of young people that, they're like, Alex, you live at home with your dad. There's a lot of young people that still live at home with their parents where they're too afraid to go out because, some of them are even in jobs that they can't afford rent. They get paid probably like $700 a week. Rentals is like minimum $340. That takes a big chunk of what they're supposed to live on for the rest. Well, yeah, my rent. Yeah.
Is that what it is down that way?
Well, no, the place we're in, we actually our rent just got up to $450. $450 a week.
I'd pay that.
It's all right for a little two-bedroom unit, sort of tucked away. It's not too bad, but like we're looking at places online, and there's $450 going for like a 3-bedroom house. But yeah, and I guess what I want to touch on as well is, I put up a post yesterday on the Insta page, and just looking at the different ways that people deal with stress. Brother Ian, eat junk food, go to the gym. Yeah. Bala hoops, HJ there, training, music, beach, golf. Although golf can sometimes be more stressful. Yep. Joe, you said there, go fishing. Alex, gym, music, reflection. What's reflection stand for you, Alex? What does that mean?
So what I mean by reflection is just taking that time to just sit by yourself and reflect on the week that's gone by. When I used to live in Cairns, I used to find one day just to go out and reflect. And that could be just sitting down by yourself and no one around you. No traffic, no noise, nothing. You just sit down and you just reflect and you just think of the week that went by. I like to do that a lot with myself because that helps me clear my head, gets me set for another day, another week. Here in Cairns, I guess my reflection will be just walking along the strand. So by myself, I've got my music going, and the thought process is just positive vibes, nothing negative.
The sea breeze.
Yeah, just having that time to reflect is good. I find for stress.
Yeah, nice. All right. Bala Aiden. He said going for a run, playing footy on the weekends, going to the beach with the family and playing games. And then we had another brother boy here. I think he follows the page, but he said surf. So it must be a brother boy from down this way. You boys ever think about doing surfing?
No.
I thought about it, but I don't think I'll be able to fucking get up on the board.
Lad, I can't even skateboard. I can't even ice skate. No, thank you.
Right, don't even get me started with surfing. With my dad.
Wow, what's your story, Minnie? Of surfing?
Right.
Yeah, tell us.
I went down to visit my dad who lives on the sunny coast, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do surfing to go, you know? I'm trying to get up on the board. I just kept falling in, and then there's like this little 6-year-old girl. She looks at me, she goes, do you know what you're doing? I was like, nah, I'm learning. She goes, I think you need to give up. I was like, I just grabbed that board, walked straight to the pub.
Kids are ruthless, man.
I've got in the plans. I do plan on moving down the sunny coast there in my mum's country. You never know, I might take up surfing when I get down there. If not, I'll just kick back on the beach and watch them surf.
Just lay on the board.
You're gonna boogie board.
Lay on the board.
Yeah, well, yeah, boogie. Far out. No, yeah,
You should go surfing, eh?
And video it.
Well, yeah, like
you running around in your buddies.
There is waves down here. Like there, I was in Coffs Harbour for New Year's at the start, end of last year, start of this year. And we would it was raining most days, but there was one day where, of course, it wasn't raining, but we were in the water. Didn't have boogie boards or nothing, but I was in my budgies. But waves, bro, like I was acting like I was a dolphin, and I when the wave was behind me, when the wave was behind me, I was trying to swim with the wave, so I was doing these bad boys over here.
What did you do?
Oh man, yeah, in my budgies, in my Aboriginal budgies. Speaking of budgies, just a little thing there. I might be looking at some man business budgies in the future, but we'll get into that later.
We've got our model. We've got our model here.
2 models.
In the Townsville Sun up there, yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of budgies, boys, when I did the Gold Coast Half Marathon a couple of years ago, there was one fella that did it. I don't know if he did the half marathon, but he did it in budgies. And you think of it running for that long, 21 Ks is the thing. You'll start to rub. You'll start to rub, right? He was on his way to the finish line. Here, Uncle's thighs was bleeding. Because of all the rubbing, bruss. And I was like, there now.
You should have run up there, put some cream on and
put some what's that? The 3B cream, yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's definitely some horror stories you have with budgies. Far out. All right. I guess is there anything else you guys want to yarn about with stress, or maybe something you can give to the listeners?
No, if you're stressing at work, just have a day off.
Just quit. Nah, gammon.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah.
Have that day rest. I find that, I'll have a day off because I need it. So, just have that day
One
off.
thing you can't do is take your sick days away with you when you leave.
Yeah.
Use your sick days.
So you may as well use it.
Yeah, you got to use them.
That's him.
Nothing wrong with having a couple of mental health days, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Just for the mob that do live in Townsville, if you are stressed, all of us boys at Man Business, we go to Australian Fitness and Garbett there. Just chuck a message in on our Instagram page if you want to come train with us. We're open to training with anyone. Come along for laughs, yarns.
Even if you want to come for a walk along the stream too.
Yeah,
if that's more your go-to instead of going to the gym and lifting weights or
Fishing.
whatever, just message the group page and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. And definitely, even game, squat up.
Yeah, especially the mob that are on that Facebook private group.
Yeah,
that's what it's there for. If you are stressed and you want something to yarn down there, just do something. Just chuck a post in there and we'll do something.
Yeah, that's it.
I
think before we do it, yeah.
No, you go.
No, you go, Joe.
No, well, one thing
I was just going to say,
about...
yeah.
Go.
No, you go, Joe. Far in.
No, I was going to say, like...
I was going to, yeah. This fella... let me just say this. What I was going to say was going to end the segment, so you go. No, I was going to finish it, but you say what you were going to say.
No, well, we're thinking about having a barbecue and that. Say, if you want to come down, just have a feed. Alex will be cooking the sausages, and we'll all have
no bread. You just got to eat
for himself.
Yeah, no, that's all.
And sauce on the tip if you really want.
No bread.
No tongs either. You got to grab it off the barbecue with your lips.
Burn your mouth on a barbecue.
But if you prefer frozen, you have the frozen one too.
Yeah.
No, yeah, go.
No,
You're silly. All right. Well, yeah. Before we do end, I just want to say I used a quote on that Insta page, Insta post. I saw this quote and it was, you got to think of stress as like the trash you have at home, right? If you leave it pile up, it's going to cause a problem. So, but as well as on top of that, you got to dispose of it correctly. You got to dispose of it in the right way, culturally, and of course, safe for yourself and others that you might be good ways you might be dumping some stress onto. So make sure you're doing it, but also be mindful of where you're releasing your stress. Yeah. But with all that being said, is there any other things, boys? Or are we all good for that one?
All good.
No. All right. So this week, the boys, Alex and Joe, are spearheading the trivia, and I believe that these boys can explain it. But I believe Minnie and I are going up against each other. But Alex, take it away. What we got?
So for this week, it's going to be a little bit of NRL trivia. We'll just keep it at NRL for this segment again. So last week was Joe and myself with
the hard question.
The hard questions that Will gave us. This week we gave him no time to prepare. We only told him last night that it's NRL trivia, so get your thinking caps on. I don't know if that bright yellow beanie going to help him, but we'll see. But yeah, it's just questions. I've
got my laptop open, so I'm going to...
No. So just questions you two against each other. You got to buzz in. So
what's your buzzing sound?
Give us your buzzing sound. Will?
I guess we just say our names, eh? Will.
Well, Will.
You guys will have had, yeah? Well, at the bow.
So if whoever gets it first, if you get it wrong, you say, Will, if you get it first, you get it wrong, Minnie's got to take over and he's got a chance to take that point off you.
And what, this is just general
NRL
trivia?
Yeah.
It's just general NRL trivia. There's nothing.
You should get all these questions. No, yeah.
Well, I hope so. But are you ready? Joe's got the answers and I've got the answers. I've got the questions. Give us a nod if you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
You ready?
Whenever you're ready, I'm good.
All right. So one more time before we get going. What's your buzzer, Will?
Will.
Bye-bye.
That's a good one.
All right. Let's go. Question number 1. NRL trivia. Man business. Man time. It's game time. Let's go. Gold Coast Titans joined the NRL in 2007. They were originally going to be called another team name. What was that team name?
Will.
Go ahead.
The Giants.
Bow.
Ah! I thought it was Gold Coast Giants.
Vinny,
Anyways.
you got a chance to steal the point here.
Was it the Crushers? No,
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
So you want to have another go at trying to get it?
Yeah.
Go, Will. Back to you.
Let's go with Seagulls.
Nah.
Nah.
What did I say before?
Crushers.
Was it Chargers?
Nah.
Yeah, no.
So Crushers,
They were.
Gold Coast Crushers was the old
Yeah,
name
it was
when
the
they
old
were
name.
in the ARL.
Yeah.
So in 2007, when they were going to join, I remember this because we were down in Gold Coast at the time holidaying. My dad actually bought a jersey from the what's that? Harbour Town. He actually bought a jersey from Harbour Town, and they were going to be called Gold Coast Dolphins, and they were the same colorway as the Miami
Oh,
orange, the teal color like this here.
Fins up, baby.
that's beautiful.
You're a Cowboy supporter.
I
No, my
think
son.
they honestly scrapped that name because of red.
Oh, I do remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dolphins, they were going to be called Gold Coast Dolphins. Terrible start, boys. Fucking hell, get it together.
Sorry,
All right.
sorry.
All right, next question. You ready?
Back on the Gold Coast, when they were introduced in 2007, who were the co-captains?
Come out.
Will.
Got Prince Luke Bailey.
Yeah, he got it.
He got him.
One mini.
Got Prince of Luke Bailey.
Yeah,
You
mate.
didn't hear that?
You bummed.
1 minute. You keep it count?
Yeah. No. That's 1-0.
All right. Question number 3. What team did Brett Camorley win a Clive Churchill medal with?
Come out.
Will.
Oh, he got it. 2-0.
Hey, I'm on delay over here.
Now until you live down there. No, yeah.
In my mind, I'm saying it before Minnie because I'm hearing Minnie after me.
2-0.
All right. Question number 4. When did Cronulla join the Sydney Rugby League? So pretty much
Will.
when they were established. Yep.
1967.
He's old.
Yeah, he's good.
Are you good?
He's good. 1-2. Let's go.
Question number 5. Will, if you don't know this, just headbutt that microphone in front of you.
Oh, swallow it.
Why, that ain't.
How many titles did Souths win before they were kicked from the comp in 1999?
Come out. 11.
Will.
Will.
You reckon 11, Will?
Will.
You got it wrong.
How many, Will?
20.
Yeah. 2
20.
all. Let's go.
2 all.
12.
2 all.
12.
All right. Question number 6.
Got that?
What is the name of the father and son duo, Rogers?
Will.
Yep.
Matt and Steve.
Yeah, he's
He's
got
good.
it. He's good.
I was going to say.
3-2. Wilfred's got the lead.
He's back. He'd make a comeback.
Question number 7.
Yeah.
Back to the Titans. Who was the first coach for the Titans?
Come out. John Cartwright.
Minnie got it right.
2-3 all.
Johnny Cartwright was the coach of the
Cartwright,
Titans when they first
yeah.
come in 2007. Question number 8. Which team used ANZ Stadium as a home ground?
Come out. Was it the Roosters?
Bah.
Nah.
Will.
Oh.
South Sydney Rabbitohs?
Bah.
Nah. So
Do we go again?
there's probably 2 ANZ stadiums in. Well, there's probably none at the moment, but back then I think there was one in Sydney, but there's another one in Queensland somewhere.
Oh, the one in Queensland's over. It used to be. Is it an NRL team that used it?
Yeah, NRL team used
The
it.
NRL team used it
Broncos.
for a good year. Yeah, Broncos.
Broncos.
So Broncos used it when Suncorp Stadium was being built.
That's where it's over there. Where the
Hey.
sports, like track
Yeah,
is.
that's the sports.
Yeah.
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 So still 3 all.
So that's a point to
3-all.
Mini.
No, I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, point to Mini. Yeah.
Fuck it. So what is it for?
Wait, what's the score?
4-3.
4-3. He's
4-3.
on 3.
Yeah,
I'm on
4-3. 4-3.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Who was the first ever coach of the North Queensland Cowboys?
Bow. Oh, fuck.
Your dad.
Your dad.
Oh, I've lost it. It's not Spina. It's fucking...
Your dad.
Your dad.
There. Nah, it's gone.
Will, you got anything?
Oh, well, I don't know
What?
that early. 98, baby.
I do know.
I don't know. I'm just gonna chuck a name out that I. Let's go with.
Your dad.
Your dad.
Well, the earliest coach I can remember is Graham Murray.
That's it.
No, it's not.
Nah, yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
Minnie, you should know who the coach
Yeah.
is.
I know who the coach is
Your
because
dad.
the boys used to live at his house.
Your dad. You said the first name.
Grant.
Grant.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I ain't no helping.
I'm not.
Grant. It's Grant. I know it is. Fuck. Grant.
It is a Grant. He was also the head of sports at Kelvin High.
Yeah.
So we went to school and
Used
see
to-
him at school.
Used to walk in the classes and punch us in the ribs.
Used to look after Joe and give him special
Yeah,
treatment at
yeah.
Kelvin.
Take Alex and spank him.
Grant Bell.
Grand Bala.
Grant Bell was the first
Bell.
ever Cowboys coach.
Because I remember Kieran and Nene and all that lived at his house
Yeah.
over in Annandale.
Yeah. So still 4-3.
4-3.
I could tie it up, but this is
So
the last one, eh?
This is the bonus game here. The bonus question.
The bone.
Worth 2 points. So Minnie's on 4, Will's on 3. If you can get this right and the specific thing to it, you get the bonus points. So Will, you can either snatch it or Minnie can just run away with it. Who has won the most Dally M medals and how many did he win?
Bow.
Wait.
And you got to try and name the years that he won it in.
Bow. So Jonathan Thurston,
Yep.
2005.
Mm-hmm.
How many did he win first?
He won 4.
Yep.
Mhm.
4.
So 2005,
Yep.
2013 is one of them. No.
No.
2005, 2000 was it 7?
Yep.
Yeah.
2007.
Two thousand 2009?
No.
So 2005, 2007, 2014,
Yep.
Yep.
and 2017.
Nah.
18.
Nah.
Hey, how many guesses he get?
Will, if you can take over and get that last.
Well, what? That last year, didn't he win back to back? So I'm going to say 2015.
Yeah, you got it right.
You win.
You've drawn up.
Yeah.
Fill it up,
No,
fill it up.
I had 3, so that's 5.
You get a point. You get a point. You get a point.
No, you can't get a full point. Fuck yeah, you didn't answer the full question.
Yeah, so
Bring out a bonus question. Just bring out a bonus question.
all right.
Winner take all.
Bonus question.
Wait, no, hold on.
What do you mean? No.
Let me just go over the scores first, because Minnie was on 4, I was on 3.
Yeah.
That bonus question with 2 points helped me 5. I win.
Yeah.
No, but you didn't answer the full question. You only answered one part of the question.
You should have got it right.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm a flipper.
Well, up to you boys if you.
I can't even think of a question.
Yeah.
You
Nah, you win.
You win, Wilfred. So, what do you want me to do, seeing as you're the winner?
What do you want me to do?
Put him on the spit there. I'm sorry.
Hey.
No. You want to
Sorry,
do
Lord.
something?
No, it don't need
You want to do the witchetty grub?
Now, can you shout that Billie Eilish skin on Fortnite?
I got you.
I got you.
I got you.
Since Man Deep don't want to do it.
Because he already got it.
Hey, Mandeep getting funny with us too, eh? Talking about him all the time on this podcast.
Well, use his name.
Yeah, he put me in there.
Phil, would you have got that question right?
Nah, you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have got the first year. I would have said 2004, but 04 was Badiris, wasn't it? Who's 04? Or Smith? Made me think now.
I don't know.
But I know he won back to back. He won back to back. So when you said
Yeah, see, I
2014, I was like, okay,
We went
well,
them back to back. And I forgot they went to the grand final in 15, but I didn't think he won it that year. For some reason, I thought Cronk won it. But Cronk and fucking Jason won it when? 2017? No, it wasn't 17.
2018.
2018 or something.
17 was Cameron Smith, eh?
But,
yeah.
Good game.
Congratulations, Will. Congratulations, Will.
Good game.
Where's the laughing sound? Yeah. Where's your clapping sound?
Oh, yeah. Wait there.
Congrats,
Playing
Will.
around with this here. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm call bullshit
I
on that
wish.
trivia anyway. You asked the South Sydney question, you didn't ask the Manly question. That's rigged. It's
Yeah, that's true.
rigged.
That's true.
Well, if they would have won last night,
Yeah.
Oh, they better win tonight, the Rabbitohs.
they will. Cows are slack.
Seeing as we're still in the segment, so 3 games today. Who's winning?
So,
Oh, what's the games though? What's the games?
You got
wait,
the
let
Rabbitohs
me
versus
search them
Cowboys
up here.
7 p.m.
at 7. I think they're the last game on Magic round.
Yeah, that's 7. Sharks and Roosters
Yep.
and
Storm.
Tigers. No, Tigers, Knights and Gold Coast.
Knights and Gold Coast, yeah. Sharks and Storm.
No, Sharks and
So
Roosters.
Knights and
Oh, it is Roosters, eh?
Knights and Titans are first.
Yeah, and then Sharks and
Then
Roosters.
Sharks and Roosters, and then
Cows.
Rabbitohs and Cows. So give us some tips. I'm going to go with
Hold on.
Knights beating Titans.
Yep.
They got players out, so yep.
Roosters beating Sharks. I think Roosters just found something at the moment. I don't know what it is, but they found something. And Rabbitohs to beat Cowboys.
They're paying $3.30 a year, Rabbitohs.
Yeah, but get on them.
Yeah,
Get
gamble
on 'em.
chuck your
responsibly.
house on it. Chuck your house on it.
Yeah, not my house.
Chuck your house on it. Yeah, well, I'll go
Yeah.
Knights. I'll just go Knights, Sharks, and I'll go Poxy Cows. I was going to say the other team, but I don't like them because I will. Nah, yeah.
I'm going to back the Titans.
I'll go. Yep.
I'll back the Titans just for an upset. I'll back the Sharks, considering I think Nico's playing. And I think, they played pretty well last week without him. They beat the Storm without him. And then I'm going to back the Cowboys. One last chance.
Yeah, one last chance.
Even though they're multi-ruiners,
But I reckon South
one last chance. But
I just
One
can't
last
keep
chance.
backing them, mate. Like, fuck me. Look how they lost against Titans last week.
But Titans, they're not bad.
Oh, they got David Peter doing backflips, so something must be working.
Yeah.
Anyway, who you got? Wilfred?
I'm gonna go Knights.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go Roosters. And then gotta back my boys as always. I need them to fucking turn up this week. And then if they beat the Cows, I can honestly say, even if we don't make finals this year, I can say, okay, well, at least we beat Alex's team, and then we can beat Joe's team.
He's
And
playing
then
Manly.
that'll be it for
they
me.
lost first round in Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Ta-ta.
Will, do you watch boxing?
They
Not
fight on Sunday, eh?
not as much as you boys, but usually when I do order a main event, I usually just wait for the big boys. I don't buy many of like the smaller fellas main events.
Well, the big
like
boys are fighting on Sunday, bro.
Are they? Who's fighting this week?
Tyson Fury and Usyk.
Be a good fight.
Is that on this? Well,
That's on
they
this
have
Sunday.
money. Well, I might order it then.
Go to the pub and watch it.
Oh
Or,
yeah.
Yeah, go to the pub.
Yeah. Oh, let's get the top.
Yeah. No, but I reckon Fury might beat him, man.
So does Usyk? He has the titles at the moment, right? The other titles, or no?
He's got 3.
Or does Fury have all of them?
He's got 3 and Fury's got 1. So this is to unify the belts.
Oh shit!
And they haven't fought each other yet. So Jai Opetaia is fighting as well on that same undercard.
Yeah.
He looks like he's ready to kill somebody, bro. Like, watching their press conference, he looks locked in, man. He looks so locked in.
He's the next big thing, eh?
Yeah.
You watched him fight, Will?
What's his name?
Jai Opetaia. He's an Australian Samoan.
No, never heard of him.
He's a beast.
He must not be
He
good.
can box.
I reckon if Fury beats Usyk, because he's in that cruiserweight division,
Mm.
he might try. I reckon he might try and go for Usyk, eh?
Mm.
Because he's up there with the best in the world.
And look at the resurgence of Josh Parker too.
Mm.
Mm.
Like, because he lost there to White and then come back, and now he's come back and he's put 2 good fights together, and he'll be pushing that heavyweight titles fight soon. But he spars a lot with Fury as well too, eh?
Yeah, they're close mates.
Yeah.
Joe Parker.
Joe Parker.
Trey, what you thinking about, mate? You're looking very.
No, I'm just listening in. Yeah. But I guess if we're finishing it up, before we head off, I just want to, of course, give shout out to all those that have been following the page, following the Insta page. Sorry, viewing our podcast on our YouTube channel, Marntime YouTube channel. But as well as a bit of an announcement, I did announce it on the Instagram page. But we are now you can now listen to our podcast on Spotify. So just look at Marntime, MARNTIME, and you'll find our episodes on there. So at the moment, it's just the 2, of course. This one will be on there by the time next week once we release this one on YouTube. But I guess our YouTube channel is our sort of main upload site where we'll upload these episodes every Wednesday afternoon at 5:30. We had a bit of a delay last week. I'm usually the one to upload the things, but I left my laptop at the office, which is about 130 kilometers away from home, so I really couldn't go back and get it. The strict time, I guess, is 5:30 every Wednesday afternoon. We'll upload episodes on our YouTube channel, and then usually wait a couple of days, and then it'll be on our Spotify page as well. But with all that being said as well, I just want to mention the Facebook page for all the Balas that are listening in. If you're not part of the Facebook page, it is a private group, invite only, and it is only for the brothers. And I just want to reiterate as well, it's for the Balas that might be a bit too shamed that want to be shared on our Insta page, because our Instagram page, anyone could see it. It's public. But if you want to share your journey, just for us boys to see and encourage you, we always, of course, they're using the word again, but we encourage you to post as much as you can on there. Of course, you're not pressured to do anything. You can just comment on the post that you see on the page. But yeah, we're building. And I like I said, merch is closer on the horizon than later. We're getting some test shirts sent out to us pretty soon, so we're definitely looking at starting to sell some merch, just shirts at the moment, and then we'll definitely later down the line head into shorts or socks or any kind of accessories. But with all that being said, I really don't have much more to say. Boys, do you want to end on anything before we finish up?
No, I just had a quick glance at our Instagram page. Then we're now at 441 followers.
Yep.
All those mobs that are following our page, thank you for following and showing your support. I noticed that our views are starting to go up on YouTube slowly. So thanks for all the support there. Other than that, that's pretty much all. Thank you all for tuning in and liking what we're bringing. We hope you are liking that what we're bringing.
We'll also be doing another giveaway at 500 followers. So, the quicker we can get to that as well, it'd be good for us, and be good for the viewers and the people that follow us, get involved in another giveaway again. Cody got a water bottle the other day, which was pretty cool to see, Glad that got out there.
Some stickers too.
And some stickers. So, glad that got out there to her. But, I'm keen to get it going again.
Yeah, just stay tuned. More to come.
Share our page around if you're liking what we're bringing and
spread the word.
You think there's someone out there that could benefit from our page and what we're doing?
Just
share our page, tag them. We love the support. Also, brother Minnie has been working hard at trying to get us some shirts. So we've got the black T-shirt hanging up here at the moment. That's just a generic Mom Business tee, but brother Minnie's got something coming from a manufacturer. So we're just going to see what they look like. And if we're happy, we're going to have shirts.
Some merch for you.
Pretty soon. So not too far away. So stay tuned. Keep liking our page. And yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, and just before we do end, one more. Just we've had a bit of a logo change. Just want to explain that through here because I did do it on the page, on the Insta page. But basically, what we wanted to change the logo and why we did it is just to show, I guess, all the brothers, all the men around just around the communities we're in at the moment. Is just to show them that it's for all men, no matter your race, ethnicity, your culture. But in terms of that, down the line when we're looking at alternate logos for different types of merchandise or anything, we may bring artwork back into our logo for maybe specific reasons, or maybe just to if there is enough fans wanting that design back on there, we could definitely change it up. But yeah, just there was some slight confusion as to what Man Business is all about, and basically we wanted the logo change just because just to stop the confusion as to who we want to reach, who we want to access, the pages and this podcast and all the different things that come as being a follower of Man Business. It's for whether you're black, white, Asian, Polynesian. We accept all brothers of all different shapes, sizes, abilities, as because we all know, and there's that sort of universal sort of understanding as men. We carry a lot of stuff that and we also face a lot of issues that all of us sort of face in our own way. But it's usually the same stuff that we're usually trying to tackle ourselves, right? So as long as we all stick together, I guess we can kick goals and take over the world. Far out.
Yay!
But But with all that being said, thank you for listening. Like I said, Wednesdays 5:30 is when this episode will drop. So wait on that on our YouTube page. But thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And thank you for viewing. But peace out. See you later.
Healthy living, heavy lifting.